vision through my people, cause we fans are equals. When we reach 20K subs, yeah, we gon' drop a sequel. Another Laker anthem track, watch me run it back. Got the keys to the city where my Laker jack.
What up, Laker fam? It's your boy DTLF back with another pregame live stream. How y'all feeling today, man? Hopefully everybody's doing better than we were yesterday. I know I sure as heck am. And if you guys caught my comedy skits, hopefully you guys got a little bit cheered up and laugh a little bit. But now we get down to business, man. We're gonna get down to business because today we got the Knicks. All right, the New York Knicks are serious this season. They're a plus 500 team. They're where we're trying to be, right out east. And I gotta say, this is gonna be a really tough game. But luckily, we do have great news, and that is that both LeBron James and Anthony Davis will play today. So I like our chances. Anytime both of those guys suit up, I love our chances. And LeBron continues to chase history in the process. So he's going to want to put on a show, right there at Madison Square Garden. I look forward to it. It's going to be a fun game, y'all. It's going to be a fun game. And I'll tell you, man, in order for us to win this game, we're going to have to step up and play good team ball. All right. I don't mean none of that BS ball hogging, none of that stuff they've been doing lately. But again, the good news here is that we get both of our stars back, Anthony Davis and LeBron James. What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome. Did you see what Rob said? Rob Pelinka, as of today? No, I have not. Must win tonight. It's a must win in every game. We got 30 games left, roughly around 30 games the rest of the season. So we're currently 4 games below 500. I'm sorry, 5 games below 500. And so every game is that much more important. The New York Knicks are not the same New York Knicks from previous seasons, guys. This is a team under Leon Rose that has done a great job of building. They added Jalen Brunson. They're 27-24 for a reason. They're going to come out here swinging, trying to get this W. Julius Randle's been having a spectacular season. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Jalen Brunson, they got another floor general there. So, oh, man, it's going to be crazy. Did you see what he said? Dan, what up? He said, I'm not watching till they get to 500. For real, Reg? That's crazy, bro. Oh, man, I got to watch. We're watching history in the making with LeBron. Also, I think today, if he gets like 9 or more assists, I think he passes Steve Nash for 4th all time in the assist list. So LeBron continues to move up, but hopefully it comes in a victory because losses have overshadowed, recently all the records being broken by our star players. So hopefully it comes in a victory. Peter said, it seems LeBron and Westbrook don't get along. It's Westbrook. It's not so much LeBron. I mean, Westbrook, I've been telling you guys that team chemistry issue is going to linger all season long. And I feel like for whatever reason, man, he's starting to shut down. He's starting to revert back to last season's version of Russ. Been 5 bad games. Hopefully tonight he has a good game because we need everybody to be on the same page. And we have a shot against these guys tonight. That's the bottom line, right? Nothing's going to come easy for the rest of the season. Nobody's just going to lay down and let the Lakers take a victory. Nobody's going to feel sorry for us because the refs aren't, officiating in our favor outside of us fans, right? But outside of that, nobody else. So every night they got to show up and be ready for battle every night. And they got to play selfless basketball because that selfish mentality is pretty bad, man. Especially the one that Russ brings. That's why I made that video making fun of him. Y'all got to check it out if you haven't seen it, but it's pure comedy. He said Jalen Brunson is going to transform into MJ this game. I know it. God forbid that, man. God forbid that. He said a losing player in a winning franchise don't get along. That is true. Ooh, preach, bro. That is facts. That is definitely facts. And that's all it is. That's all it is right there. All right. Looks like we just got the starting lineups in, guys. Let's see what they are. All right, here it goes. Starting lineups for today's matchup versus the Knicks. Oh, okay. Finally. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I just feel that much better about our game today. Finally, we get a good starting lineup. Finally. Oh, we've been waiting to use the size. Oh, yeah. Now I'm excited. All right. So we get Anthony Davis at the 5. Unfortunately, we still don't get to see Anthony Davis and Thomas Bryant. So that I am a bit bummed out of. But it's probably the second best lineup. You got Dennis Schroeder at the 1, Troy Brown at the 2, LeBron at the 3, Rui Hachimura at the 4, and Anthony Davis at the 5. So we're actually starting to utilize a little bit more of our size. I expect this to be a starting lineup moving forward. So, we need to continue to utilize our size. Now, the only difference, I told you guys, I would have started Thomas Bryant probably instead of you know what? But I can't really complain. This is good enough for me. All right, I can't really complain. At least we're utilizing some size for sure. I guess this is the one that's going to kick it into high gear. My man said that Darvin Ham video had me weak. Bro, that one in the Westbrook voiceovers, y'all got to listen to him. I'm telling y'all, you won't be disappointed. It's just, I don't know. It was funny. I'm not even like the type to practice voiceovers and stuff like that. It was just my first take, what came to mind based off of their facial expressions and stuff like that, man. I'm just a goofball. I sent it to my brother this morning. He was at work and he was busting up laughing. He had to hang up because he had to go to the restroom from laughing so much. So it's just funny to bring joy to people's faces, man. But it's just, I'm an amateur at this voiceover stuff, but it's all for fun and games. And people want it. People want some more. I'll keep dropping them for sure. But back to the game. Listen, this starting lineup right here is gonna be flames compared to the last ones, especially. We got Rui. I always expected him to be a part of the starters. We talked about it the last post game. Troy Brown Jr. at the 2, I'm not mad at it. Dennis at the 1, not mad at it at all. Anthony Davis at the 5. I wish he was the 4 instead. But with LeBron there, let's see what happens. Much better size-wise. He said, because it's facts over feelings over here. They quote in the voiceover. That's funny. Oh man, we all were, man. Trust me, I was laughing at my own stuff when I played it back. I was like, oh man, there was mistakes and stuff, but I was like, I'm gonna leave it. I don't care. Appreciate you guys, man. But yeah, listen. He said Ham saw my video and he decided to go big. That probably, imagine you never. Hey, listen, for a voiceover video, it did pretty good, man. Like I said, I expected to get over 4,000 views on the first try. So that's pretty good. But yeah, we're gonna get bigger. That's good news. I guess I can't make fun of Darvin if he continues to roll out bigger lineups. So I'm happy with that. He said next we need a Russ DNP. You know what, Max? If he continues to play like this, I agree with you, man. Because everybody got to sacrifice for the team. We expect nothing less from everybody moving forward. And listen, this is a Knicks team that has some good size in the paint. Their starting lineup is Jericho Sims, Quentin Grimes, Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, and RJ Barrett. So we really got to watch out for Julius. We know about these ex-Lakers, right? And Julius been having a heck of a season after he kind of tailed off a little bit last year. So, we know about these ex-Lakers. They always come out and they're trying to prove a point or something, right? So we can't let Julius go out for 30 and 10 with 2 blocks and a steal. Can't do that because it's going to make it really hard. Luckily, Anthony Davis is starting, so he should be able to neutralize Julius. One problem with Julius is sometimes he gets out of control, and he really struggles with size and rim protection. So, but he has evolved as a player. His mid-range and his three-point shot are a lot better than they used to be when he was a Laker. And I've always been a big fan of Julius Randle, so got to keep him in check. That's one of the keys to the game. Jalen Brunson being a floor general, though, I don't know what to expect from him because this is a different Knicks team. That they're coming in here with an actual floor general. When was the last time they had one like that, like a Jalen Brunson? With Mark Jackson, maybe? And that's high praise, by the way. He said they need to work on how to maintain their lead. That's a known issue. Every time they lead with 10 points or more, let's go Lake Show. You're right. And a big part of that is because the Lakers, all right, this is what the Lakers do. They play in spurts. They don't play a consistent brand of basketball. We can't even get 30 consistent minutes. We get like 5 good ones and 5 bad ones, and 5 good ones again and 5 bad ones. Or we'll get like a whole first half of bad, then a whole second half of good. And it's really hard to play like that. We need some consistency. If we can get a whole good first half and at least a decently second half, we should be able to win the game. But the starting lineup is crucial, and I expect this starting 5 to do much better than the previous ones. Now, of course, we know AD is still not 100%, right? After coming back from the injury and all that stuff. But still, finally, we're going to get to utilize our size. I'm excited about that. All right? I'm excited about that. This is our first look at the bigger lineup. Again, for those of you just tapping in, it's Dennis Schroeder at the 1. Troy Brown Jr. at the 2, Rui Hachimura at the 3, LeBron at the 4, and AD at the 5. So a much better starting lineup than when we have the backcourt of Patrick Beverley and Dennis Schroeder, man. And like people said, maybe Darvin saw my video making fun of his small ball rotations and he made the adjustment, or maybe it's just an injury to Patrick Beverley. Whatever the case may be, we will take it right now. We will take it. James dropping 36 tonight. He could have a huge game. I'm looking forward to it. You know, superstars always put on a show at the Garden, at Madison Square Garden. So it's going to be really fun, man. I think it's going to be a blast. Dan, how many points is James dropping tonight? I see him getting a 40 nugget. If he comes out hot, I can see him getting a 40 nugget. But, you know, usually he's averaging around 30. So anything, you know, north of that will be solid. That 4 and 5 position is dangerous for sure. For sure. Now, listen, the only tweak I would make to this starting lineup is I would move Rui Hachimura down to the 2, believe it or not, because I want to go as big as possible. And then I will put Thomas Bryant in alongside Anthony Davis and LeBron at the 3 with Dennis Schroeder. But this is the lineup I had said when we traded for Rui minus Thomas Bryant in the starting lineup. So it's damn near close. I can't really complain about that. It's a huge improvement to what it was the last game. And I think one of two things just happened here. Either, you know, Darvin Ham realizes that small ball's no longer going to work, or, you know, maybe this is just something they're throwing out there due to an injury or something. But we do have to give Wenyen Gabriel more minutes. He was tremendous. Tremendous. Dan, how do you think the refs doing today? Probably not good. They didn't do good last game versus Brooklyn, but we got to learn how to play through it and still find ways to win, right? We have to regardless. Again, nobody in the league is going to feel sorry for us no matter what, man. I know the commissioner is just counting his money back there. He don't care about these officials. And it's been a hot button topic of conversation around the NBA, right? The fouls. I mean, ESPN picked up the story. So that's good news for us. Maybe it gets a little bit better because of that. Or maybe there's something that's going to leak into the offseason and they'll figure out a new rule, or maybe every play down the stretch, you know, down the 1 minute mark is reviewable or whatever. But, you know, that's none of our concern. Our concern tonight is getting back to within 4 games below 500 and continuing on this very tough road. You know, these road games that we got coming up. So what channel is the game on? Listen, it's Tuesday. It might be on TNT, or I'm not sure. It should be on Spectrum for sure, though. They usually have all the games unless it's nationally televised, you know, by TNT. So we'll see. He said, refs treat LeBron like he's a rookie is messed up. Unfortunately, man, Kobe Bryant went through the same thing, bro. We always get that treatment for whatever reason. Maybe because we're the most diverse city in the United States. And, you know, some of these racist owners don't like that. So they complain too much. But bottom line is this. There needs to be some fairness and equality to these games being called, because the fans are starting to rise up and they're starting to speak up. So credit to everybody who spoke up, posted it. You know, a lot of people they like to sit in the background and not say nothing. But everybody who spoke up about the issue, I mean, that's how you really get a solution, right? You need to bring it to the forefront, make it really uncomfortable for those folks that are, you know, not being fair. That's how you get rid of any issue, man. You cannot sit back there scared like a puppy and, you know, I don't care. Look, on social media, I've posted it so many times. They're like, people still crying about this? Hell yeah, we still crying about this. Y'all stole 5 games from us and counting. So, you know, that's not going to go away anytime soon. That could cost us our season. So we got to speak up, fam. Don't let social media bullies try to, like, you know, enforce their opinions on you and change the way you think. We need a win today in the Pacers game to go to 25-27, 2 games from 500. Actually, I think we are. Yeah, man, listen, we need every win we can get. All right. Bottom line is I'm not going to look ahead past this team because it's going to be, like I said, a very hard victory. The Knicks are a high-paced, high-octane type of team. They play really well at home as well. You know, they're a team that you get them out in transition. They're going to hit threes. They're going to finish in transition. They're going to, you know, get up and down. They're a younger team. So got to make sure we do the right things. box out. Don't give up second chance points. You know, don't come out and settle for threes, because sometimes we settle for a 3 or a missed layup, and then they get a 3 in transition, and it's like a 5 to 6 point swing. Stuff like that kills momentum. So we just got to play intelligent, smart basketball. But I feel so much better that LeBron James is here, right? That Anthony Davis is here, and that our starting lineup is a little bit better. So let's see how it comes out. He said, time to get sweat every game now for the Lakers. Yeah, it's going to be intense, bro. I'm going to be on the edge of my couch every single stinking game. Everyone. Dan, what's good? TB is playing nervous AF. Thomas Bryant needed to be alongside Anthony Davis, and this was my fear. I had a feeling that Darvin Ham will put AD at the 5 as soon as he starts feeling healthier. That was my concern, because I always fear for his health, right? But if we could have got another backup big at least, then maybe there wouldn't be no excuses. If it ain't TB, it would have been that big alongside AD. But let's see what happens. Let's hope for the best. Hope for the best and hold your breath every time these players hit the floor. Jonathan Reyes says, finally a big lineup we all wanted to see. Isn't it ironic that I made a video just last night? No, it wasn't. Yeah, just last night, making fun of Darvin Ham, and very next game he comes out with a bigger team. So the irony in that is hilarious to me. But yeah, look, we've been waiting a long time, right? We basically waited 2/3 of the season. We're in the final stretch, and we're going up against a team, right? We're going up against a team in the Knicks who are 27-24 for a reason. You know, they've been closing out games and doing the little things to put them over the top. Now, their record with their current starting lineup is 2-3, so they're a beatable starting lineup for sure, right? We never seen this starting lineup for the Lakers, so let's hope that it's a great one and we get off to a good start. That's all I'm asking for, man. Get off to a good start, and hopefully the bench doesn't come and mess it up, because Westbrook has been horrible the last couple games, you know? My troll game is on point right now. That's how bad. You know, when I start cracking jokes and stuff like that, you know that there's a reason for it, and that's because Russ has been really, really bad. Dan, is the refs a Laker problem or an NBA problem? I think it's both, but I don't watch the whole NBA 82 games a season. I'm worried about my team, and this is why I say mainly it's a Laker problem, because we really get Laker taxed a lot, not just on trades, but also not just on trades, but also we get taxed on everything, man. Everything. I mean, you've been seeing how egregious these calls been, man. You've been seeing that. So it's one of those things that it's not easy to live with, but we gotta man up now and play. Right? I don't want to see the Lakers stay back and complain, even though we know there's gonna be some crazy calls, you know, going on. But you know, one of those things, man. Damn, we finally got that big lineup. No more excuses. It's all or nothing now. It's sink or swim. He said AD at the 5 means TB at the 5 from the bench. Watch Hachimura will be the 4 when Wenyen will be left out. Ham doesn't know how to go big. Shake my head. You're right. We need to see Wenyen and everybody out there. By the way, if you guys haven't tried it, man, y'all got to go download the Lakers app and check out these questions, man. Check out these questions. You get a chance to win Laker tickets. I'm currently doing one right now. And the question they have right now is, which of the following Laker guards will knock down the most three-pointers tonight? Between Patrick Beverley, Dennis Schroeder, Russell Westbrook, or multiple players tied? I'm going to go multiple players tied. There's nobody that really stands out to me. And nights it could be Dennis. You know, other nights it could be other players. So that's what I'm going with. And they're very easy questions. If you get them, you have a chance at winning Laker tickets and even more prizes. So how many turnovers will LA force against the Knicks tonight? I like our size, man. So I'm going to say about 7. No, you know what? Let's go 8. I'm going 8 on that one. He said, Dan, all eyes on the officials, nationally televised game. That is a good point. Now, they might be on their best behavior because they were getting cooked in the comment sections on socials. So might happen, man. How much do you guys think we're going to be able to hold the New York Knicks to, right? I'm going to say 109. You know, that's if we hope to win, we better not let them go up into the 120s. That's for sure. He said, LOL, it might be Westbrook that leads in threes, but 10 turnovers. I hope not, man. I really hope not. This one was easy. They said, last night, Russell Westbrook passed Gary Payton for 10th all-time on the NBA assist list. What was Gary Payton's nickname? That's easy. That's the glove. All right. So if y'all doing these, I'm gonna give you the answer, man. That's the easiest question of the night. The glove, man. What would you think if Chris Paul coming to the Lakers? Too old, Craig. I don't want to collect any more skeletons over here, man. Look, Chris Paul was great when he was in New Orleans. After that, I stopped being a fan. When he went to the Clippers, became a flopper, stopped being a fan. I despise him now with the Suns, especially. So I don't want this dude yet. Is he skilled and talented? Sure. But man, he's getting old and he's always hurt at the wrong times. I think the Lakers could do without him. I don't want another has-been coming to the team because that's the problem. That is the problem. He said Ham used a bunch of guards as backups. He should use a bunch of bigs, Thomas Bryant, Wenyen, and Rui. You're right, Adam. 110% agree with that, man. 110% agree. He said LeBron's getting 50. That'd be nice. Listen, if LeBron could get 50 tonight, that'll take us a long way to where we need to be, man. Because when LeBron scores over 40, I'm not exactly sure what the record is, but I'm sure we're above 500 when LeBron goes off, over 40. So anything above that, I'm with it. Joseph, thanks, man, for the cash app. He said, Dan, I just joined. What do you think about the new lineup? I like it. I don't love it yet. I got to see it. I don't want to jump the gun, but I like it. We're utilizing more size. It's not my preferred lineup, but it's probably my second or third favorite lineup that we could have went with. So I'm cool with it, man. Finally, we got some, Dennis Schroeder's the smallest guy on the court as a point guard, and that's okay. What is he, 6'2", 6'3"? And then we got a bunch of 6'5", 6'6" guys and up. So that is the way the modern NBA should be played, with size. Just because it's a shooter's league don't mean that you can step away from the size, right? For those of you just tuning in, the starting lineup is Dennis, all right, Troy Brown Jr., Rui Hachimura at the 3, LeBron at the 4, and AD at the 5. So he returns back to the spot he left, right? He left vacant when he was injured. So he's right back where we all figured he would be, even though Thomas Bryant balled out. So I am a little bummed out about that, but let's see what happens. He said Lonnie will be good as a starter. Yeah, but you know what? Troy Brown Jr.'s defense is a little bit better, and he has a little bit more size defensively, right? So I can see why Darvin Ham is doing that. But if you want to go offense, for sure, Lonnie. But the good thing about Lonnie, he's a spark plug. He can come off the bench and give you 15 to 20 on any given time, right? So it don't matter if he starts or he finishes, but it really matters how many minutes he gets. If he gets 20-plus minutes, he's probably going to be productive. Jordan Smith says DTLF predict AD stats tonight. I'm going to say he's going to go for 23 points. I'm going to say 13 rebounds and 5 blocks. I have him having 5 blocks because he's starting tonight. That's number one. Number two, because the Knicks love to slash, so there's going to be plenty of opportunities to get some block shots. And if he's feeling good, I can see that happening. So, and that will definitely help us to win. Anytime people who know ball understand that anytime you block a shot or you start ripping an opponent multiple times, you start getting into their head. Now they're second guessing themselves the next time they attack. So they're looking for you at all times, right? So, but the game of basketball is wonderful because it's also, it's physical, but it's also psychological and mental, right? There's a lot to this game. That's why we love it. He said, man, we need Thomas at the 5 way better. I know, man. That was my ideal lineup, but hey, can't have your cake and eat it too, I guess, right? As long as we go big, I'm happy. He's a good thing New York don't actually got a big who is actually solid. Be careful. Be careful, Zoe, because they got young guys like Sims. Julius is a dog, man. If we don't, stop him early on and you let him get going, he's easily having a 30-point game. So we need to make sure we force him to his right because he's a lefty. And on top of that, we got to contest everything, and that's why we got AD there. But we should do a better job of switching, right, if we have to, and guarding a little bit better with this size. Again, we got 4 guys out here who can switch out to multiple positions. Dennis can guard the 1 and the 2 max, but you got Troy who can guard, all the way up to the 4, from 1 to 4. You got AD who can switch all 5 positions. LeBron can switch all 5. Rui can probably switch like 3 or 4 positions, right? So that's what you want. You want guys who have good size, athleticism, and can switch multiple positions. That way they keep the defense on their toes. Or should I say the offense on their toes. What is your off the bench lineup? Well, currently as constructed, it has to be, you know, obviously it's gonna be Russell Westbrook. It's gonna be Lonnie Walker. Who else we have there at the 3? Personally, I would go big, right? If we're gonna do this, I would play Max Christie, right? And then I would probably play Wenyen Gabriel at the 4, and then Thomas Bryant at the 5. But knowing Darvin Ham, he's probably only gonna play one of those 2 bigs. I don't know which one. He's random, right? He said shooters need to stop being up and down. Consistency is the key. But we kind of have to let the tempo of the game, right? Like the flow of the game needs to come to us naturally. We can't be forcing it. So if we start the game 0 for 3 from beyond the arc, the last thing we need to do is jack up, 4 to 5 more threes that same quarter. You understand what I'm saying? How about we take it in? How about we step in and knock down a mid-range jumper? How about we post up? How about we play some screen and roll, some pick and roll between our best 2 guys, AD and LeBron, right? How about we set some backdoor screens and throw some lobs to some cutting players? We got some guys who can catch lobs. You got LeBron, you got AD, you got Rui. Heck, even Troy Brown could probably catch one back there. So just got to be intelligent tonight and let the game come to us naturally. Don't force anything, right? If you got the threes going early, then that's fine. Shoot them. But if you don't, then just reset, come set a screen. Everybody move without the basketball, find a hot hand. So if AD gets it going like 3 times, don't go away from him the rest of the quarter. No, keep feeding the beast. If it's LeBron, keep feeding the beast. Heck, if it's Rui, keep feeding the beast. So just play intelligent basketball. That's something we haven't done consistently throughout the course of the season. And that's why we struggle to close out games at times. This most likely will be a close game. I hope it isn't. For my sake, I hope we blow them out by 20 plus. But most likely it's going to be a close game. I mean, the matchup is too good. Like, we match up pretty well with them. They match up pretty well with us. So we just got to make sure that down the stretch we're doing the right things. And Darvin, you got to make sure that down the stretch Russell Westbrook doesn't see the floor in the 4th quarter. Unless he's having a phenomenal game. But outside of that, no excuses. You got to make sure you use your size and you don't go with 4-guard lineups and shit like that, especially when you got AD back. Everybody got to be, they got to be on the same page to win this game tonight. It's not going to be no walk in the park. I promise. I promise. All right, go ahead, guys. Any questions now? Any questions? I pretty much covered my part. Dan, did you think that since Ham is starting big, he's going to run a 4-guard lineup off the bench? I really hope not, man. I really hope not. You said, will Russ up or lower his trade value today? No clue. I don't even know if they're going to trade him. I don't even know if they're going to trade him, man. If we're being quite frank, because of what Jeannie said recently. Unless she was throwing some misdirection, she was running an option or something like quarterback sneak. You know what I'm saying? What she said was very revealing. So now my trade hopes for like a major trade, like a blockbuster at the trade deadline have gone down. Now, unless they surprise us, like I said. But at the end of the day, I still expect minor tweaks, right, and roster adjustments. He said, please tell me Russ ain't playing dead. Listen, bro, sometimes the player you least want to play is the one that's more ready and available. So most likely, Jordan, he is playing, man. He said, what player can we sign in the buyout market? Well, the buyout market hasn't officially commenced. Like, players haven't got bought out with big names yet. But there is currently some free agents available. So we'll see if the Lakers give anybody a shot. But they worked out Boogie. They worked out a couple other players, and they didn't sign nobody. So either they weren't impressed or they got something up their sleeve. One or the other. Is Austin Reeves coming back anytime soon? He's going to be reevaluated on Thursday. So we'll hear more about that then. I thought him and Lonnie would come back at the same time, but I guess not. So, that's unfortunate because we could utilize his defense and his playmaking and everything that comes with Austin Reeves. He's really good. But we're going to have to wait a little longer before we get to see him hit the hardwood. Just a little bit longer. He said, DTLF, why did we cut our only shooter if he wasn't going to sign anyone? I don't know, Jordan. That is a great question. It's puzzling for me as well. I thought a move was on the horizon when that happened, and then a whole month and a half went by. Nothing happened up until we landed Rui, who, by the way, has been phenomenal. Like, listen, don't let what he has brought to the table, even though we're 1-3 with him, because he's been misutilized. Don't let what he's brought to the table go under the radar. Rui has been phenomenal, man. I believe he had 16 points last night. So he's only getting better, and he's starting for a reason, right? I think this was a vision all along. So I look forward to seeing him play his natural position at the 3 and sometimes at the 4. But we get more size. It should help with the rebound. It should help with the scoring. It should help with everything by throwing out Rui out there. Also with the transition buckets, LeBron's gonna have some guys he can go to. He can kick it out to Troy in the corners for threes, or you can find a slashing Rui Hachimura, or he could spot up in the corners as well, or at the top of the key. Never know. And then AD, same thing. So you're gonna have some options if you're LeBron, and if you're Dennis as well, because Dennis, you're technically a point guard, right? Even though sometimes you get sloppy with it, but we're gonna need these guys to step up tonight. All right, that's gonna wrap it up for me, guys. The game's about to start, man. Thank you guys so much for tapping in. And again, if y'all haven't seen my voiceover reactions, man, do yourself a favor. You want a good laugh, check them out. Leave a comment, like, all that good stuff, man. I appreciate y'all. Much love. I'll see you guys here likely at the half, but if not, for sure post-game, all right? Don't forget to tap in and go Lakers, baby. Let's get this done. We need it bad. Peace.